Autistic life hacks for surviving the holiday season. Increased end-of-year social demands can be extremely challenging. So in this video, I'll share 5 of the best community recommended strategies and autistic life hacks that you can use to navigate the season successfully. Hi everyone, Paul Micallef here from Autism from the Inside. I make weekly videos sharing the human side of autism, so make sure you hit subscribe to get the latest content. In my last video, I provided a bit of a silly season survival guide with steps to help you reduce stress and find a way to enjoyably participate at the same time. It was more of a process to help you find your own solution. So in this video, I'll share 5 ready-made strategies, tried and tested techniques from the community that you can use in your own life. I recently asked our Facebook community, how do you survive the increased social demands of the holiday season? There were lots of really insightful answers, so feel free to check out the original post if you'd like to see all of those. But what I've done is condensed all of those to share with you the top 5 most popular strategies. So, number 1, by far the most popular strategy, which you may be able to guess, is hide. When the outside world is too much, run away, take a step back, find your own quiet space, bunker down, and basically hibernate until the whole thing is over. It's not the most social strategy, and it clearly results in missing out on a lot of things. But if you're happy to basically boycott all celebrations, chill out by yourself for a month, go off the grid and essentially say, I'll see you next year, then you're definitely not alone. There seem to be a lot of people preferring this strategy as their top pick. Recommendations included reading books, watching movies, and spending lots of time with cats. Strategy number 2, strong boundaries. Instead of boycotting everything, you want to be included, you want to participate in some things without the need to try and meet every social expectation. Advice in this category consisted of things like learning to say no more often without the guilt and shame, or even not making promises at all, not putting any demands on yourself, even self-imposed ones. That might look like responding to an invitation with, I hope to be there, or I will see how I feel and I'll try to be there. Or it might be even stronger, telling everyone in advance that you're not going to attend any social gathering this year. Some older members in the community assure us from experience that it gets easier and easier to do this kind of thing. And while people might push back on your boundaries in the beginning, eventually those who really want you in their life will accept that this is how you participate. And it will get easier and easier every year, until eventually when you do turn up to something, the response is, wow, you came, how fantastic. The key with this one is that you get to set your boundaries wherever you need to. It might be things like arriving late, or leaving early, or taking breaks, or skipping events entirely. This strategy is around giving yourself permission to participate at any level you can, saying yes to the things that you can do and you want to do, and then saying that's enough before you reach your limit. Strategy number 3 is to practice active self-care. We know there's a lot of additional sources of stress at this time of year, so rather than waiting to reach your limit, what if you actually planned breaks in advance? Sometimes it can be really hard to accurately check in how we feel in the moment. Maybe you feel fine at the time and then the next day it all hits you. Planning days off in advance, scheduling commitments every other day, for example, it all helps to give yourself the time and space to make sure you're okay. And what do you do in this downtime? Well, it depends what active self-care looks like for you. What are you taking a break from? Are you going to decompress, go for a walk, watch a movie, read a book, something else entirely? Maybe you'd benefit from some sensory therapy. Go for a barefoot walk on the grass or take a nap in the sun or something. Take a hot bath, listen to really loud music, do some meditation, do some exercise or stretching or something. You know what works for you. The point of this strategy is to plan ahead of time, to put your own needs first, to make sure you've got plenty of energy to do the other things that you want to do, but that might be a bit draining. Strategy number 4 is to use coping strategies in the moment. What do you need so you can feel good in a situation? This might look like taking fidget toys with you, bringing your own snacks so you have some safe food just in case. It might be wearing your favorite clothes or having noise-canceling headphones. I personally take my earplugs literally everywhere with me. Maybe you have a safe person that you can rely on, or there's a quiet room you can retreat to if you need. Bring a book, bring your dog, whatever it is that you need to help make the environment more comfortable for you. One community member shared a neat little ABC strategy that he came up with. Avoid busy places, bring a book, develop a cover story so you can leave early if you need to. So what else can help you to cope in the moment? Very often having clear expectations is really helpful. This is an especially good strategy for kids. Social situations can be really complicated. What if you clearly explain to them what we're doing, why we're here, who are we going to meet, how long are we staying for, what activities are we going to be doing, that kind of thing. When the social world is a known quantity, it takes away a lot of anxiety and makes it a lot easier to respond. If you want to participate a little bit but not too much, maybe try setting yourself a time limit. I'll stay at the party for 20 minutes and then I'm going to go outside and take a 5-minute break and see how I feel, if I want to stay or if I want to go. Or maybe you want to be social and you want to meet people and you're happy with some small talk, but you don't want it to drain you completely. If you have a strategy and set yourself a time of a couple of minutes per person, then it can give you a bit of structure as to when to wrap up and walk away. Another good strategy is to find a job to do. That way you're still included and you don't have to socialize directly, but you can help out while focusing on a task and still feel like you're part of the occasion. Another strategy that I sometimes use, especially at big family gatherings, is to bypass the adults completely and just go play with the kids. I find children often have a much simpler way of interacting, and it's a lot less draining socially. Probably more energetic physically, especially if you're running around and stuff. But it's all about finding a socially appropriate space that you can fill, and that doesn't necessarily need to be sitting around a dinner table doing small talk with family you only see once every year. Finally, strategy number 5 is to do it your own way. You don't have to opt out of everything, but what you can do is replace traditions that don't work for you and celebrate in a way that does. That might look like getting out of the city, going camping, finding some solitude. If you are doing social gatherings, invite who you want and celebrate the way you want. Maybe it's only close family, or maybe you want to invite only your autistic friends. Maybe it bears virtually no resemblance to any kind of traditional celebration. Creating your own tradition that actually works for you is a great way to get all the positive things we can enjoy from the season without all the stress of trying to fit into someone else's idea of a good time. So anyway, I should leave it there. I hope you found these strategies helpful. I'm really keen to hear what other strategies and life hacks you've found that work for you. So let me know in the comments what you do to manage this time of year. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a restful, enjoyable end of year break, and I'll see you again next year. Bye.